My mother-in-law crashed my restaurant, ran up $48,000 without paying, then stood up in front of 40 wealthy guests and called me just the help. I let her finish. Then I put the invoice down. My mother-in-law walked into my restaurant without a deposit, without a contract, and without paying the $12,000 she owed from last time. I knew the moment I stepped inside. Balloon arch, imported flowers, champagne wall, 40 guests I had never approved. My general manager, Maya, intercepted me at the host stand, jaw tight enough to crack. She called from a blocked number, Maya said quietly, claimed you approved it. When I asked for a deposit, she laughed and said she'd settle it with you. The heat that crept up my neck wasn't surprise. It was recognition. 3 nights ago, Evelyn Whitmore had hosted a small family celebration here. 32 people. No contract, no card on file, just kisses on my cheeks, a promise her assistant would wire the money tomorrow, and then nothing. $12,000 of my labor, my staff's time, my food, gone. When I brought it up to my husband, Ethan, his face did the thing it always did when his mother was involved. Please, Claire, not right now. If you push, it becomes a whole thing, as if theft wasn't already a whole thing. I let it go. I told myself shame would make her fix it quietly. Tonight proved she felt no shame. She felt ownership. Pull the file, I told Maya. Everything she ordered tonight, every bottle, every staff hour, valet, linen, service charges, add the unpaid event. Print it clean. Maya's mouth curved. Already started. Had a feeling. I walked through the dining room while Evelyn's party bloomed in my private room. Through the doorway, I could hear her laugh. That specific laugh. The sound of a woman who believed rooms existed for her benefit. One of my servers, Lily, passed me with a tray, shoulders tight. You okay? I asked. She flushed. Mrs. Whitmore asked if I was new. Said it explained the way I held the wine bottle. My vision sharpened. She said that? Lily nodded. She laughed after. Maybe she was joking. That sentence. Maybe she was joking. The trapdoor beneath every insult. Lily, I said, you're doing excellent work. Evelyn's opinion is not a service standard. When Maya returned with the folder, I didn't open it in the hallway. I waited. Evelyn's moment came halfway through dessert. She tapped her glass. The room went quiet. She rose slowly, champagne lifted, performing the way she always performed. I simply adore this restaurant, she announced. Such character, such warmth. I told Claire from the very beginning, if she listened to the right people, she might really make something of it. Laughter. I practically own the place at this point. More laughter. And my daughter-in-law, she raised her glass toward the doorway, toward me. She's just a little servant here, making sure everything runs perfectly. The word servant dropped into the room like a match. People laughed. Some because they thought it was funny. Some because they wanted her approval. Some because humiliation is entertaining when you're not the target. I didn't flush, didn't flinch. Something inside me went cold and completely clear. I walked into the private dining room, every head turned. I walked the full length of the table to where Evelyn stood glowing in her victory, and I placed the invoice beside her champagne glass. It landed softly. The effect was not soft. Since you practically own the place, I said, I'm sure you won't mind paying what you owe. Evelyn stared at the paper. Then she laughed. The practiced laugh she used to erase discomfort before it spread. Sweetie, we'll handle this privately. I put my hand flat on the table, holding the invoice in place. We can handle it right now. The woman beside Evelyn picked up the page before anyone could stop her. Victoria Sloan, trustee, influential. Not the kind of person who misses numbers. $48,000, Victoria said. Evelyn's smile cracked. Victoria, really? Plus $12,000 unpaid from earlier this week? Someone shifted uncomfortably, then someone else. Evelyn's eyes cut to mine, sharp, desperate. You're embarrassing me, she hissed. You called me a servant, I said. In my restaurant, in front of my staff. The room went still. Evelyn reached into her purse, her movements jerky, undignified. She pulled out her card and thrust it toward Maya without looking at her, and then her phone lit up on the table. Ethan calling. The color left her face. She looked at me like I had arranged it. I hadn't. I didn't have to. Some bills arrive exactly when they're supposed to.